Hello, everybody. My name is River Delcom, and this is the very first inaugural episode that I'm going to be debuting for a podcast, and it's called What Should We Discuss by River Delcom. So, why am I starting this podcast, you may be saying? So, I decided, nowadays, with starting off with speaking with autism, of how, like, I wanted to I wanted to help out, bring acceptance of autism, ADHD, and disabilities everywhere else. So, and now with this of what should we discuss, I feel like we need to have more conversations to talk about, with dive deeper into our mindset of who we are and why we are here. And I think it's very important to discuss something like this because nowadays it's really hard to talk about who we really are, why are we here, and let's dive deep, go into the rabbit hole of what makes us who we are and what is our own story or what's something we should discuss within ourselves, like, daily activities, what about our daily lives, everything that we love or enjoy. And I absolutely think that this is a perfect way to describe this upcoming podcast that I'm doing. So the other thing that I've been planning this for a while because my parents said that you would be a great podcast host, and I think this would be perfect for me to start doing something like this because everybody else has started doing podcasts, and I decided to hop in on that. I've been thinking about it for a while. I was hesitant because I was morely focused on doing a YouTube channel, which I'm still doing to this day. But I feel like now, I think this will be perfect. To me, this feels like a perfect time to finally unveil a podcast. And why do I chose this title? What should we discuss? It's simple. Let's talk about something. Let's talk about ourselves. You, the viewer, let's talk about ourselves or what we do, what y'all like, what y'all don't like, or everything that's happening in this world. And yes, it's a hard subject to talk about, especially through today, what's going on nowadays. But I feel like it's time to bring that back because I feel like there's something missing today, and it's to have the audacity to have a conversation, even if it goes down the rabbit hole, the deep end of ourselves. And lastly, how many or how much people I would be expecting. Well, it doesn't matter to me. It can be anybody. I'm not looking for a lot. Well, I am looking for a lot, but not like to because this is still new to how to do a podcast idea. But this is the inaugural episode. So, let me introduce myself. So, you all saw me when I did the inaugural episode of Speaking with Autism about myself, but now for all my What Should We Discuss viewers, let me introduce myself. My name is River Christian Delcom. I'm born and raised here in Nacogdoches, Texas. It is the oldest town in Texas. When I was 3 years old, I was diagnosed with autism, ASD, autism spectrum disorder, or just autism, at 3 years old. It was a tough challenge growing up in a small town in Texas with this, and I was going through a lot in elementary, middle, and high school, especially joining the Boy Scouts of America, which I was an Eagle Scout that I finally finished. But it was a tough challenge because I did not felt like I belonged in that place. The hardest part was fitting in of where I would go. And I'll volunteer at an independent pro wrestling organization held in Lufkin called Warrior Wrestling Alliance. But I'm also an actor at my local community theater called Lamplight Theater, which has been around since the 70s, and I'm in a musical that's been sold out called Annie. However, there still could be a chance for y'all to come see it, but again, it's sold out. And I've been an actor at Lamplight since 2019. However, the first time I started acting was in 2013 for Big Michael Middle School, which I was the only boy in choir in 6th grade, and I did The Grinch for Sioux School the Musical Junior. However, in high school, for 4 years, I did theater over there because I was told when I was meant to choir that the high school choir teacher at the time said you'll never fit in my stage or my choir team, and that really broke me. And so my mom suggested to me to do theater. I did it for 4 years. I absolutely loved it, and I enjoyed acting since then. And now I still continue acting. Again, I'm in Annie, the musical that's already sold out, and I loved it ever since then. But then when COVID hit, I decided to do something different. I went on YouTube. I decided to create Speaking with Autism because I want to help let everybody know, especially those who are on the spectrum of autism, who have ADHD, who have depression and all that stuff. Help them accept, have them find acceptance, because nowadays more than ever we all need acceptance because society is having a hard time accepting people like me and everybody else. And I have an older brother, and I live with my parents with my 2 corgis, Elroy and T-Boy. And so to this day, I'm still here and enjoying what I do. So that is my story of who I am and why this is going to be starting with what should we discuss, because this has been a long time coming. I kept teasing of it happening, and it's finally happening. And I want you all, if y'all are interested in being in this podcast, come comment down on the comments section, or follow me on social media and send me a message, and we can have this. We can do this together, just to get to know each other more. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, like, or comment, and it will be awesome to have you guys here so I can hear y'all's discussions or stories to tell. Thank you all so much for coming to today's video, and I hope to see y'all there for the second What Should We Discuss, or future episodes of What Should We Discuss, or Speaking with Autism, because I would love to have anyone interact or have a conversation with on both of those platforms. So thank you all so much for coming to today's video, and I will see y'all soon. Hope you all have a great day. Stay hydrated because it is hot and summer is only getting hotter. Thank you guys so much.